Hey guys, what is up? It's Voodoo51292. Welcome to this week's channel update for the week of Monday, April 2nd of 2012 through Sunday, April 8th of 2012, which is Easter Sunday. So happy Easter to everyone. First I'm going to start the video. And second of all, I do apologize. This is on a Tuesday instead of a Monday, but I had a very busy day yesterday doing things, and I didn't have an opportunity to make the video. But this channel update is going to be a very jam-packed one, as it usually is. Lots of information. I'm looking at my notes here. I actually started writing my notes for my videos on the big sliding mirror behind the camera in dry erase marker, so I wouldn't forget things to talk about in the video, and I'm looking and it's completely covered with notes. So let's talk about last week, where for the first time in a long time I actually finished something. I actually got something accomplished on the channel and actually finished a game, so that's pretty exciting. But last week, to start off, Brandon and I filmed Voodoo's Brew episode 6 on Monday. It's a little bit late. It's usually on the weekend, but we had some stuff going on, so we couldn't get around to it till Monday, but we did film the episode. And again, a pretty good one. We had some more stuff to talk about, unlike episode 5. So go check out the latest episode if you have not. Then, about the game that we finished, Brandon, Travis, and I finished Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. We finished the campaign. And only did a couple of games of the multiplayer because at least Brandon and I. Travis seemed to like the game more than Brandon and I, but Brandon and I really didn't like the game much at all. And by the time we finished the campaign, we really didn't want to play it anymore, and the multiplayer was pretty much just like the campaign, and so we had enough, so we didn't play much of the multiplayer of that game. But we did finish it up, and I did do a game review finally, a new game review for Raccoon City. So if you want to know my thoughts on the game, you can go check out the review. And then on Friday, I finally did my birthday present reveal video, my early present reveal that I've been hyping up for a little while about the new present I was getting. And for those of you that didn't see the video, it was a quite nice, actually, telescope, big telescope that I got. And the idea for the new channel was an astronomy channel, where basically I would be looking at different things in the night sky and videoing what I saw through the telescope with my camera and putting that up on the new channel. On Saturday, I actually did some test footage and actually uploaded some of the test footage to YouTube. I did a couple of takes of the planet Saturn, which I think was the coolest test footage. That actually came out pretty well. I did a couple of shots of the moon. I did a couple of stars. I did the star Mizar, which is a double star, and I did the star Regulus. So I put up some of the test footage on YouTube to kind of show you guys what it was going to be like. And after experimenting using the telescope, doing the camera, I came to the realization it's going to be a lot harder than I originally planned on it being to do this channel. And so I made a special video after the test footage, basically talking about my experience with the telescope, using it, my experience doing the footage, and I go into some of the detail of the pros, the cons of it, and just kind of the future, and talking about how right now, at least, I'm not going to be able to start a new channel just yet. I need some other things to fall into place. There's another attachment that I should be getting in the middle of May that should help. So all this weekend was about the telescope, the present reveal. So if you haven't seen all that stuff, go check it out. The test footage, especially the video of me talking about my reactions, so that you guys are kind of in the loop about the current situation regarding that. So that was on Friday. Now last week, I did say that my friend Chris and I had intended on starting our co-op playthrough of Halo Anniversary Edition, and we were, but unfortunately, again, some of those days were taken up with finishing Operation Raccoon City, and then Chris actually got involved in purchasing a new vehicle, which for a couple of days actually required him to drive back home after he finished classes and basically go do things with the car, go take it to a mechanic, do all that stuff. He's actually back home again tonight selling his old car, so he's been kind of wrapped up with that, and so we haven't had an opportunity to start the Halo playthrough, but we'll talk about that more. And there's actually more news I have on the telescope coming up in when we talk about next week. So that's last week, and it actually went a lot faster now that I have notes. But that's what happened. So looking forward to next week. The first thing is pretty exciting, and that is that I have a vacation coming up, a vacation from school that is, starting on Friday of this week and continuing all through next week, so it's about a 10-day break, is my spring break or Easter break or whatever from school. So I will be off the entire week with really nothing to do, which is perfect, and I cannot wait. Just 2 more days left of class, and then my spring break. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying home, and I don't want to go anywhere. I want to go home and just relax, blow off steam, and do nothing at home. It's going to be great. So I should be doing some footage next week. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Silent Hill Downpour, because I did say that I may be playing that game over the break. Bottom line is I've decided to not do Silent Hill Downpour. First of all, the game's already late. It's not like a huge release that everyone's dying to see or anything. And from what I'm hearing, even from Brandon, who's playing it right now, is that the game's okay. It's not great. You know, it's not something I really want to waste my time on, because I have a lot of other games in the queue that I can do over this break that I'd much rather prefer doing over Silent Hill Downpour. And like I said, with kind of the new focus of my channel, I kind of want to do things that I really want to do instead of forcing things that I don't particularly want to do. And so I'm not going to be doing Silent Hill Downpour over the course of, and when I say the break, I mean this break in gaming, this like 4-week break. I'm not just talking about spring break, but this 4-week break from gaming that we're in right now, where there's really no new releases before some new stuff starts coming out in late April. But speaking of that, the Halo co-op playthrough is going to be delayed, obviously, a couple weeks, because, like I said, tonight Chris is not here again, and the only other night we'd have to do it is tomorrow night. And actually, well, it's possible we could start it tomorrow night, but there is some work that we do have to do tomorrow night, so I don't know. It's 50-50. We may start the co-op playthrough tomorrow, but I wouldn't bet my dollar on it. But we'll just have to see what happens. But most likely, and then of course next week, you know, we're not going to be here, so most likely I would think that Halo is going to be happening more towards the end of the month than now. And I apologize for that, but things happen, and he had to get this deal done with, he's been looking to get another car for a long time, and it just happened to work out last week, so we couldn't do it last week. But that will happen. Now, the footage that I'm planning on doing during this spring break is actually a surprise playthrough that I really want to do for you guys. I'm excited to do it. And so that should be starting this week, considering I'll be home with nothing to do. So, surprise playthrough will be starting at the end of this week, later this week, when I'm off for spring break over the weekend, because my girlfriend's actually not going to be here either. She's going to the beach with one of her friends for the weekend, this weekend coming up. For the first few days of spring break, at least, she'll be there. So I'll be pretty much home with nothing to do. So my intention is to start this surprise playthrough. So that'll be coming later this week, and we'll continue next week, but we'll talk about that in next week's channel update. This is a Voodoo's Brew week, but again, Voodoo's Brew is going to take place next Monday, okay? And the reason for that is the day after Easter. The reason for that is, first of all, it is Easter weekend, so that weekend wouldn't really be a good time to do Voodoo's Brew, because Brandon and I will be busy with our families and that kind of thing. And also, we're having a special guest on this next episode, and that's when she wants to do it. She wants to do it on that Monday, the 9th, I believe it is. And so that's when we'll be doing Voodoo's Brew. So next Monday, that's when episode 7 will come out. And then the last note that I have is some special, like I said, telescope news. And if you watch my reaction video, you'll know that one of the main problems I had after using the telescope for a night was that if the object was not visible with the naked eye, meaning if I couldn't look up and see it without the telescope, I could never find it. And I was looking a lot for galaxies, I was looking for nebulae, I was looking for a lot of things that I couldn't see with my naked eye, but I was trying to locate them with the telescope because this telescope should be able to see those things. And it's kind of like looking for a needle in a haystack. If you're not trained and you don't know exactly where to point, you're not going to see anything. And that was pretty disheartening. I could never find anything. And another problem I had was the fact that when you're looking at close things like planets and the moon, because of the Earth's rotation, they appear to move very quickly across the sky. So you'll be looking at a planet through the telescope, and as you're looking, you can see the planet moving. And it doesn't take very long before the planet's out of the field of vision. So the whole time you're looking, you have to keep manually turning it with the planet to track it, and it's pretty annoying. So what I decided to do over the weekend was I gave it some hard thought, and I had some money saved up that I've been saving mainly from the job I had last summer, I should say. I've been saving up some money, and just for a rainy day. And I decided that I was going to spend some of it on an upgrade. And what the upgrade is called the IntelliScope system. And it's basically a computerized system that I can hook into the telescope and basically make it a fully automatic telescope. This system that I'm getting has a database of 14,000 plus celestial objects in its database. And basically all you need to do is type in the object that you want the telescope to see, and it will automatically point to it. And it will also automatically track things like the planets and the moon, so you don't have to keep manually tracking it. The telescope will do it for you. And I thought that this upgrade, really I needed to do it because that's one of the main reasons I got this type of telescope, is to see, yes, the planets, yes, the moon, but other things, deeper space objects that other telescopes may not be able to see. And if I can't find them, then there's really not a point of me having this telescope, and it won't be a lot of fun, and it'll just kind of sit there collecting dust, which I don't want to happen. So I figured, you know what, I'll spend the money and get this system. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if it doesn't work out to my liking, I can always return it for a refund. But I said, you know, I'm going to get this system, and that way I can aim and point at whatever I want to. Just with the push of a button. I don't have to spend the whole time searching for things I'll probably never find. And it'll auto-track, so it'll be perfect. And right now that's due to come in on Tuesday, a week from today. So next Tuesday when I'm on break, that's supposed to come in. It says it's on time, so when I get that on Tuesday, I'll be hooking it up to the telescope, and as soon as the weather permits, hopefully Tuesday night, I'll be testing it out. And once I test it out, I'll probably be making a video with my reactions to this system. And this system, I think, is a big step on the road to a possible potential channel in the future. I still need to get that special Barlow lens, which I talked about in the reactions video last week, to really see if it's going to work out. But certainly, this motorized telescope is going to be a big step towards that, because I can see a lot more things, hopefully, and with the tracking, I can concentrate on just aiming the camera and not have to keep moving the telescope. It'll do it for me. So that's pretty exciting. I'm excited to get it in the mail. I'm dying to get my hands on it and install it and try it out, because it sounds really sweet. So I'll let you know how that turns out. So, alright, that's it. That's the channel update for this week. Thank you guys for watching. A lot of information, I know. But be sure to check out the stuff from last week, especially the telescope stuff. Let me know what you think. And then this week, probably on Thursday is when I would expect the first foot. Maybe Thursday, maybe Friday. Sometime heading into the weekend is when I'm planning on starting the surprise playthrough. So heads up for that. We still have other plans for the rest of this break, which includes a Black Ops Retro Night with Brandon and I, which I'm pretty excited for. Halo still, another co-op playthrough I have in mind, so a lot of cool ideas, and we'll see how many of them we can get done before the games start coming out again. So, I'm Voodoo51292. Thank you very much. I will see you guys this week with footage. So stay tuned.